What is up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, and we're here with an NFL record prediction. And when we get started, we're gonna do our 2022 record predictions with the Buffalo Bills, giving you my thoughts in my game by game analysis to see which games I think the Bills will win and to see which games I think the Bills will lose. So before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see what you think your record prediction for the Bills is. Do you think they're gonna make the playoffs? Do you think they're gonna win the division? Do you think they're gonna make the Super Bowl? Just give me your thoughts. Well, all right, guys. We're in week 1 right now. They gotta go on the road to play versus the Rams. Now, this game right here is gonna be fun to watch. Now, this could be game of the week because two of the best teams are playing against each other. Now, this could definitely go either way, though, because sometimes the Rams, they're really not great at home sometimes. But you know what? This is Von Miller playing against his former team. Because now, the Rams don't have Von Miller. But you know what? Both these two teams both have great defenses and great offenses. And great quarterback, too. And great coaching, too. This could definitely be a coaching mismatch in this game. But you know what? I think the coaches are very similar. But I don't know if they run the same scheme. And I think the quarterback play is still the same. But you know what? I want to take the Bills because they have a great defense. And they can give the Rams offense a lot of problems. And plus, the Rams offensive line is very weak. And I don't really know if they're going to be able to run the ball against that defense. And plus, the Rams, their offensive line could have issues running the ball and all that. But you know what? I think the Rams defense I think they both match up really well. But I think it's going to be a close game, like a defensive battle game. But if this game was in Buffalo, I would go with the Bills. But I'm probably going to go with the Rams here because they're at home. And since it's in LA and, the Rams are good at home and it's a tough place to play at because I think the fans right here are just going to be loud. So, yeah. So, I think the Rams defense might play a little better this game. So, yeah. I think they can get pressure. I think they can get a 2-man rush or 3-man rush in this game. So, yeah. I mean, as long as the Bills defense don't give Matthew Stafford and his Rams offense a lot of issues, then I think the Rams can win this game. So I think this Rams win this game in a close one, but I think in a low-scoring game. All right, next game. They got to play versus the Titans on Monday night. I think they bounce back and win this game because I just think the Bills are just a more complete team. They have a better quarterback, the better coach. They're at home. I think they do get revenge. There's no way the Bills are going to lose to the Titans like the second or third time in a row. They're not going to lose 3 times in a row versus the Titans. The Titans, they don't have A.J. Brown. They don't have Julio Jones. I feel like they're really not the same team without those guys, but they got some new pieces to replace those though. So, yeah, but I don't really know who the quarterback's going to be. Whether it's going to be Ryan Tannehill or Malik Willis. A rookie quarterback playing against an elite defense like Buffalo? No. So I think the Bills' defense is going to come to play this game. And I think their offense should be able to score on the Titans. The Titans don't really have any corners that can cover. So I think the Bills, with the explosive offense and the weaponry they got, I think they can find a way to, run over the Titans secondary, which they could expose that. So, yeah, I just think the Bills will get their revenge. There's no way they're going to lose this game. All right, next game, they got to play versus the Dolphins. Now, this is another game that can go either way, but I kind of really think that the Bills swept them last year, but you know what? The Dolphins got a secret weapon in Tyreek Hill. So I'm probably going to say the Dolphins win the first matchup because the reason why I'm going to say the Dolphins are going to win because the Dolphins got Tyreek Hill, and here's the thing: Tyreek Hill has given the Bills defense a lot of problems, and I think he's gonna have a big game. I think he's gonna have a big game, big day in this game. And I think Tua. I think this is a game. I think Tua. I think he's gonna play better this game, but I think it's gonna be super close, and it could be a high scoring game. But I think the Dolphins are gonna win because Tyreek Hill is the difference. Well, next game, even though the Dolphins might be doing learning curve with a new coach, so yeah, especially they have a great offensive line and defensive line, which they can really play, and I think their offense will play well against the Bills' defense. All right, next game they gotta play versus the Ravens. Now, this is another game that can go either way though, but Baltimore's a tough place to play at because all the fans are loud and all that, but you know what? The Ravens, they're a really good team. I mean, they have a great offense. They have a great coach, a good quarterback. They have a great defense too. But you know what? I think they can match up well with the Bills really good because I think they do have the corners to cover the Bills' pass and attack. I mean, the pass rush is okay. I think they can slow down the Bills' running game and all that. I think the Ravens' defense might come to play, but I don't really know if the Ravens really have enough weapons to dice up the Bills' defense. I don't really know if they do have the answers offensively. I don't really know if they're going to be able to, dice up the Bills' defense. Especially, they don't really have Marquise Brown on that team anymore. So now you got to deal with Bateman. You got Mark Andrews. So they don't really have a ton of weapons, though. They don't really have a lot of options, though. But I still think the Ravens are still going to be able to pass the ball on them and run the ball on them. But I think it's going to be close, though, now. The Ravens can barely pull off an upset because they're at home. But you know what? I'm probably going to go with the Bills here because I just think the Bills are just a more complete team in this game. And I just think they have a fast defense that they can really give Lamar Jackson a lot of issues. So I think this defense can slow down the Ravens' offense. So yeah, because I remember this playoff game from a year ago where they really showed me they can really because I thought they did a really good job stopping their running game and and like um and like stopping their passing attack, taking away the passing game. That's what I thought they did a good job. I think the Bills defense can do that in this game. I think the Bills can do that. All right, next game, they got to play versus Steelers. Now, this is game last year. Now, this is a game where I think the Steelers really they really slow down the Bills. They really won that game because the Steelers defense, they was able to get pressure and all that. But you know what? There's no way the Bills are going to lose this game. So I think Buffalo gets revenge because, Bills are just a better team. They have a better quarterback. They have a better coach. They're at home, and they're just a better team. I mean, I just really think when you look at the Steelers, they got a new quarterback. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be, whether it's going to be Mr. Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. Who knows? A rookie quarterback going on the road against an elite defense like Buffalo? No. But I think the Bills, the Steelers' offense, their offensive line is not great, but their defense is good but not fantastic. So I think the Bills' defense can really give the Steelers' offense a lot of issues. And they do have the second corners, to cover in this game. So I think that the Bills defense, they can really, I think their offense can really at least expose the Steelers defense. They don't really have a secondary. They don't really have any corners who can cover Diggs and Davis and those guys. So I think they're going to be tough I feel like there's going to be tough to cover. So, yeah, that's exactly why I think the Bills win this game. So yeah. All right, next game, week 6, they gotta play versus the Chiefs on the road. Now this is a quarterback matchup right here. This is Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Now, they beat them in the regular season last year, and they lost to them in the playoffs. But you know what? It could go either way, but I think it's going to be very close, super close, though. Now, the Chiefs can pull this one off since it's in Arrowhead Stadium, because we know Arrowhead Stadium's a tough outing. But you know what? I'm probably going to go ahead and just probably take the Bills here, because I just think the Bills are just the more complete team, and I just think they have a better defense and a better offense. So, yeah. Like, I just really think that when you look at the Chiefs, I mean, I just feel like they need to deal with some learning curves, because, the Chiefs got some new weapons with Juju Smith-Schuster, Valdez Scantling, Sky Moore. I mean, they don't really have Tyreek Hill anymore. So, yeah. Like, I just really think that when you look at the Chiefs, I think what the Bills can do defensively, the Bills showed us last year in the regular season that they can expose the Chiefs' defense. Especially the Chiefs' defense is kind of okay, but it's not great. But they're young on defense. Like, I like the first round draft. I like the draft split they made, but I just really think the Bills' offense is gonna be making some big plays here. Diggs is gonna be too much. Dave Davis is gonna be too much. I think those weapons. I think Josh Allen has a big game, and I think they do have the weapons, to like dice up the Chiefs' defense. And I think the Bills' defense with Von Miller and those guys in the secondary, I think they should be able to get pressure on Mahomes, and they should be able to cover the Chiefs' weapons. So yeah, that's why I think the Bills win this game. All right, then you get a bye week. Then after the bye, then week 8, you gotta play at home versus the Packers. Now, this game right here can go either way, but this is Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers is coming to town, but I think this game right here could be a mismatch game, because here's the thing. The Packers have a really great defensive line, because and the Packers have a great offense too. But you know what? I don't really know if the Packers offense is going to be able to look the same, even without Devontae Adams, because now Devontae Adams is gone. I don't really know if they do have tons of options at receiver. As much as I like Christian Washington and Sammy Watkins, but I don't really know if they have other options. Like, I don't really know the Packers offense. I just don't know if they're going to be able to like move the ball. I don't really know they're going to be able to move the ball enough to dice up the Bills' defense. Especially the Bills have a great defense, especially a great secondary that can cover the Packers' passing game, and I think they can get pressure on Aaron Rodgers though. Like, they can get it tough on Aaron Rodgers. But you know what? If this game was in Green Bay, I would go with the Packers. But I kind of really think that the Packers defense can give Allen a tough time. But you know what? Since this game's in Buffalo, I'm probably going to go with the Bills here, because I just think the Bills are just a more complete team. And they also have the better and are at home. So, yeah. And I think both teams are similar, but yeah. I just kind of think the Bills are just I just kind of feel like with Aaron Rodgers coming in the cold in Buffalo, going through East Coast, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to struggle there. So, yeah, that's why I think the Bills will win. All right, next game, week 9, they got to play versus the Jets. Now, the Jets are kind of a good sneaky team. Now, they could be a sneaky team this year because their future could be bright. But you know what? I kind of felt the Jets might have a chance to beat the Bills, but I don't really think the Jets are that good. So I'm gonna say the Bills are gonna. I'm gonna say they're just gonna like sweep the Jets. Like, I'm gonna say they win the first game versus the Jets because I just think the Bills are just a better team. So yeah, and they're just a better quarterback, the better coach. I mean, yeah, that's the reason why. Next game, week 10, they gotta play versus the Vikings. Obviously, I think this game right here is gonna be a mismatch though. But I think it's gonna be super close though. Because the Vikings offense is darn good with, they have tons of weapons, that can move the ball and all that. So yeah. So so I just really think that the Vikings, I mean, their offensive line is not great, and their defense is okay, but not great. But you know what? If this game was in Minnesota, I would roll with the Vikings. But I'm probably gonna go with the Bills here because it's at home, and Kirk Cousins is going on the road playing against a cold climate, which is a hard place to play at. Especially, I think the Bills' defense can get pressure on Kirk Cousins with the bad offensive line that the Vikings have, and especially with the Vikings defense not being that great, I think the Bills, with the weaponry they have, I think they can expose the Vikings secondary with the weak corner positions they got. So yeah, especially they're at home, they're at the better quarterback, the better coach, and they're just a better team. I mean, yeah, that's exactly why I think the Bills will win. Next game, week 11, they got to play versus the Browns. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. But this is going to be challenging because here's the thing. The Browns, got Deshaun Watson, and he's a difference maker in this game. But I believe Watson's going to be playing this game. So, yeah, for sure. I mean, I want to take the Browns to win this game. But you know what? The Browns, they're really talented where they like to run the ball and all that. And they have a really good offensive and defensive line. And they can really give Josh Allen a tough time. And they have a great secondary, too, that can cover. But I don't really think the Browns defense is okay, but it's not great. And, I mean, I want to say the Browns win, but I just don't really know if I can take the Browns. Like, like I just don't know if the Browns can have enough to I don't really know if they have enough weapons. I don't really know they have enough options at receiver, to dice up the Bills' defense. Especially the Bills have a great secondary. They have a great pass rush, and I think they can get pressure on the quarterback. So yeah, if this game was in Cleveland, I'll probably take the Browns. But since it's in Buffalo, I'm gonna say the Bills win because I just think the Bills are just a better team. That they're at home, they have a better coach, and I just think they have a better quarterback. Look, I just think Josh Allen is better than Watson in my opinion. I just think both quarterbacks are similar, and I think they run the same play. So yeah, so that's why I mean, and also I just think the Bills' defense is gonna come to play, and I just think their offense is just gonna move the ball against the Browns' defense. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be close though. But I think the Bills win. I think they win by a field goal or maybe by a touchdown or two. Okay. All right. Next game, week 12, they gotta play versus the Lions. It's on Thanksgiving. I think they beat the Lions here. I mean, the Lions. I mean, they're not a good team. I mean, I believe they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league, but I just don't think. I just don't think they're there yet. I mean, they got some players that I like, and I just don't know. And I just don't think Jared Goff is that great. I mean, I don't really think he's that good enough to dice up the Bills' defense. Especially, I think they can give Jared Goff a ton of issues. I mean, Jared Goff is he's okay, but he's not really a top 10 quarterback. So yeah, so I believe Allen's a better quarterback than Jared Goff. So yeah, and they have the better coach, and they're just a better team. I mean, yeah, there's no question that. I mean, that's pretty much why I think the Bills win. Now, next game, they got to play versus the Patriots on a Thursday again. They have a Thursday game again, and they got to play versus the Patriots where they go on the road. Now, I think this game right here can go either way though, because I believe last year it was in the playoffs, and I think you beat them. And I think you beat them in the playoffs though. And I think you lost. And I think you lost to them once last season. But you know what? Last year, the Patriots really proved to me that they can really, which I think their defense can really find a way, like stopping the running game and creating turnovers, like creating big plays. I think the Patriots proved to me that they can do that. But you know what? I think the Patriots are going to split with the Bills this year. So I'm going to say the Patriots win the first game at home, win the first game because it's in New England. And Belichick, has owned the Bills, and he coached circles around them like the past couple years. I mean, that's pretty much why. And I think the Bills will probably in week 18 they play the so yeah, that's pretty much why. Then with next game week 14, they gotta play versus the Jets. So I actually got them beating the Jets. So I actually got them sweeping the Jets. I mean, the Jets, they don't got much to play for. I mean, they're not going to even make the playoffs. I mean, Buffalo, they're trying to fight for that number one seed. I mean, yeah, they're trying to fight for that number one seed, and yeah, they're at home. They got more to play for. They just have the better quarterback, better coach. I mean, yeah, they're just a better team. I mean, there's no way they're going to lose to the Jets. So yeah, that's an easy win. The next game, week 15, they got to play versus the Dolphins. I actually got them splitting with the Dolphins because they beat them early in the season. I believe they're gonna beat them again. I believe they beat them this time because they own Miami, and Buffalo has a better quarterback, better coach. They're at home. They're just a better team. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much why. The next game they gotta play week 16. They gotta play versus the Bears, and it's on a Saturday. I believe they beat the Bears, even though it's in Chicago. I just think they beat the Bears, even though Windy City's a tough outing. I mean, I just feel like they're gonna beat the Bears. The Bears. They're not a good team. I feel like they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league. Justin Fields, I say is okay, but he has lots of upside, but I don't really know if he's close to being good. Like the offensive line is dreadful. The defense is very suspect. Like it's very sketchy because they lost a lot of pieces up front. And also, they don't really have any corners to cover. So I think the Bills should be able to run the ball on them and pass the ball on the Bears defense. And they should be able to get pressure on Fields with this bad offensive line that the Bears have. And they don't really have tons of weapons, though, offensively, to dice up their defense. So I think that's exactly why the Bills win. And also, they have the better core at the end, the better coach. And they're just a better team. Yeah, that's pretty much why. The next game, week 17, they got to play versus the Bengals on a Monday night, week 17. But this game right here is going to be fun to watch, but this can go either way, though. This is Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow. Now, the Bengals are a very sneaky team, though, because they have tons of weapons. They have good weaponry. They have a great quarterback. Their offensive line has improved. Defensively, they're really good up front, and they're really good in the secondary, too. This is a game where I can see the Bengals win, and also a game that can go either way, though. But I'm not sure if the Bengals defense is going to be able to slow down the Bills offense, and I don't really know if they're going to be able to do enough offensively to move the ball against their defense. Even though it's in Cincinnati, I'm probably going to go ahead and take the Bills because I just think the Bills are just a better team. They have a better quarterback, better coach. Yeah, and I just don't know the Bengals defense. I don't really know, and I just really think that the Bills defense can do enough. I think they can do enough defensively to slow down their running game and probably covering the weapons that the Bengals have. I think they're gonna do better job on defense, slowing them down. So yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be close though. I mean, Cincy can pull off an upset, but I just think the Bills are just a better team, and I just really think that I just think their defense is just gonna like come to play that game, and I think they can get pressure on Joe Burrow, despite a good offensive line that the Bengals have. All right, then last game, Week 18, they gotta play versus the Patriots. I say they split with the Patriots. So I'm gonna say they split with the Patriots. Who's my bad? Sorry, computer. So I'm gonna say they split with the Patriots because I just really think that the Bills are just a better team, has a better quarterback, the better coach. They're at home, and there's a more complete team. I mean, I just think the Bills do have. I think the Bills do split with the Patriots this year. I mean, there's no way they're gonna lose to them. So yeah, there's no way they're gonna lose to them twice. So yeah, that's pretty much why I think the Bills will win this game. So by the way, I have the Bills as a total record of 14-3. So I have them at, they're gonna be ranked number 1 in the conference. I got them 4-2 in the division, 10-2 in the conference, 6-3 away, 8-0 at home. I mean, yeah, when you look at the schedule, this is an easy schedule here because they gotta play some good teams. Like it's not as bad because you gotta play against the Rams, they gotta play the Titans, the Ravens, the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Vikings, the Browns, the Bengals. I mean, this is almost a pretty in the Chiefs, and also this is almost a tough schedule, but it's kind of pretty easy because I think that I think the Bills should be favored to win the Super Bowl, and they should be favored to win the division too. Well, the reason why they should be favored to win the Super Bowl because their offense is very good, defenses is going to get a lot better, especially getting Von Miller, and the secondary should get better, and especially they did a good job in the draft. But I think the Bills, it depends on how they do. But you know what? I think their ceiling could be like if if I have to guess, I'm gonna say their ceiling can be like 15-2, but I'm gonna say their floor can be like maybe like 11-6. So yeah, I think the Bills can go somewhere from third from like 12 to 14 wins, but I'm going with 14 because I feel like they're just gonna be too good of a team. Like I feel like they're just too good to like lose as many games. So yeah, that's pretty much why. So yeah, so I believe they're going to be a top team in the AFC and all that. And, it depends on how well they play. So yeah, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, and also if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments section below what you think. Do you think I'm right or you think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comments section below what you think your prediction for the Bills is. Wilson Mayo Jones from the Big Fan. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Peace.